Here's a video of how to install your full kit from Anytime Backup Camera. First, you'll receive this full kit. It will come in the bag with all components. Inside the bag, you'll have your camera. You'll have the ABC 28 harness, which is your override harness. You'll have the switch, and you'll have this ABC front. This is the switching relay and the video harness, which allows you to add your front camera. Once you have all the components laid out, to install them, you'll have to take out your factory navigation unit, and in the rear of them you're going to remove the two harnesses that plug into them from the factory harness, from the car harness, and you're going to replace them with these two. First, the ABC 28 harness. It's a 28 wire harness. It will plug right into the rear of your screen, and then you plug the factory harness into it. Next, the video harness, 24 wires. You unplug the factory harness, plug this into your screen, and then plug the factory harness into it. The video harness and the switching relay, which is the front kit, will come connected together. The switching relay has 3 RCA wires on it, 2 female and 1 male. The male will go into the female on the video harness, and then the male from the video harness will go into the female with the black mark on it from the switching relay. The black mark indicates this is for the rear camera. The other open female on the switching relay is where you're going to plug your front camera into. Switching relay, you'll also see you have 2 wires, black and green. The black wire is a ground, and the green wire will be connected to your switch. Next, with the ABC 28 harness, your override harness. This one has the optional navigation override on it, which we'll discuss later. But it has this black sheath coming off of it, which inside has a red wire and an orange wire. The red wire will connect to the red wire on the switch, and the orange wire will connect to the orange wire on the switch. Next, we have the 2 black wires. Black wire from the switch, black wire from the relay. You don't need to connect these together, but you can connect these together and then just ground them somewhere. They need to have a proper ground for this to work correctly. So now the black wires are grounded. Again, you don't need to ground them together. You can ground them separately in 2 separate locations, but both black wires do need to be grounded. Next, you have the 2 green wires, one from the switching relay, one from the switch. These 2 wires need to be connected together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take from your camera this RCA extension wire. You'll notice that the RCA extension wire has 2 male ends, and then also these 2 red pigtails coming off of it. You're going to connect this RCA extension wire to the female on the switching relay, and then you're going to connect this red pigtail to both green wires, the one from the switching relay and the one from the switch, and connect them together however you'd like. Next, you have this RCA extension wire which will connect to your front camera. You need to run this through the firewall of your truck, and on the other end you'll connect the other end of the male and to the female on the camera power harness. This is the harness that looks like this. It has a female RCA connection, red and a black wire, and then a small connector which will connect to the camera itself. So you'll connect the male on the RCA extension to the female on the camera power harness, and then you'll take the red pigtail on the RCA extension, connect it to the red wire from the camera harness. Connect those two together. And then the black wire, again, needs to be grounded. You can ground this directly to the battery since you'll be under the hood, or you can just ground it to mostly any piece of metal that is connected to the frame of the vehicle underneath the hood. Finally, the last step is you'll take your camera that will come with the kit, and you'll plug the connection on that into the little barrel connector on the power harness, and that's everything connected and you're ready to go. The newer style switches will have blue and gray wires on them. Those wires are not used, and you can just tape them up. They will not be used in this installation at the moment, so you can just take the gray wire and the blue wire, simply just get them out of the way and tape them off. They're not needed for this installation at the moment. Finally, the last thing, if you ordered the navigation override, it will come like this. It will be connected to your ABC28 override harness. It will be a white wire. It will say nav on it, and on the other side it will say connect both wires to a switch. Both of these wires, the red wire and the black wire, the colors really don't matter. They both do the same thing. They need to be connected to a switch, and when the wires are connected, it's in its stock functionality, and when they're disconnected, your navigation is overridden and you should be able to do things such as enter addresses, phone numbers while your vehicle is in motion.